Make it rain.
If you've never heard of Nala the cat, you're probably not one of her more than 4 million followers on Instagram. She was a kitten in a shelter before she got adopted and became cat famous. And now she has her own pet food. And today, on National Cat Day, she's promoting pet adoption. Now, we bring all this up because there's a direct connection between a pet getting popular on social media and their story, and its authenticity. We talked to Christy Keith with the Shelter Pet Project, and she says heart is the biggest driver for people to follow an animal online.
Think about connecting with your audience. Think about your pet's true personality and how that would translate into sort of human terms so that you can tell a story about your pet, tell stories with your pet, tell stories about the world through your pet by connecting with people on an emotional level.
Keith also says adoption and shelters are benefiting from animals with big social media followings. That's happening through adoption promotion and invoking similar feelings pet owners get.
And yet a cat feels non-judgmental and feels, accepting of you in a way that maybe a person wouldn't. So it taps into a really powerful place in our brains.
Oh, and if you're looking to make your pet social media famous, Nala the cat is sharing pictures of other pets and bow ties with her following. Just use the hashtag #ShowTheBow. Again, it's all to promote adoption. Well, the glaciers in Alaska, they're iconic, but they are disappearing in front of our eyes. And tomorrow we're going along with a man who leads tours in Alaska, how he says changing temperatures has changed his business.
It may feel like the clouds are closing in on you. We have seen the visibility drop a little bit, and these clouds will continue to lower and set the stage for rain to return probably after 10 or 11 tonight. 43 for the low, 52 with rain likely during the day tomorrow. As we look ahead, falling temperatures on Halloween. I've got details coming up, and then you can see what happens much colder to end the work week. We've just come to an end here for the Now Indy. The news starts right now at 6.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, a shocking fight caught on camera. A boy expelled from school. Why his mom says there's more to this story and says the school is to blame.
Big changes are on the way for Halloween. I'll have your hourly trick-or-treat forecast.
I reached out to you guys because no one else was willing to solve this problem.
For months, water has been leaking onto a local street. Neighbors asking for help, getting nowhere. Now we are getting involved and getting answers. And a local priest charged in a sexual abuse investigation officially arrested. We find out what is next for him. The holidays can be stressful, especially if you're strapped for cash. If you are looking for a part-time job this holiday season, we may have the place for you. First at 6, a fight captured on camera at Noblesville High School has prompted new action tonight from one of the students in this shocking video here. Tonight, only on RTV6, his mother says the district is to blame for failing to address bullying and racism. Call 6 Investigates. Kara Kenny joins us now with why the school system is accused of breaking the law.
The incident happened here at Noblesville High School on September 25th. It was captured on cell phone video and shared all over social media. But one parent says the school could have prevented it from happening in the first place. Elijah is a 16-year-old sophomore at Noblesville High School, a native of Alaska. Elijah's mom says her son has endured repeated bullying.
The other football players telling him he should go eat his dog or cat or whatever.
According to this complaint filed Monday with the State Department of Education against Noblesville schools, Elijah's mom has been trying for years to get Elijah special services for his emotional disability. The complaint says Elijah suffers from depression and anxiety and says the district went against the advice of their own school psychologist and denied Elijah special education services.
It's frustrating and powerless. As a parent, you feel very powerless.
Things came to a boiling point on September 25th. This video shows Elijah in class talking to another student in a pink shirt.
Down. Do I need to call someone out here?
You guys should kiss.
Damn.
Elijah was expelled from school. Records show video of the incident was used as evidence. Elijah's mother, Rebecca Ligler, says her son was acting in self-defense.
He's asked her multiple times to back up. And instead of backing up, she just comes up more. And then she turns on and pushes him. And I think at that point it was just total reaction. That breaks my heart.
Elijah and his mother's attorney, Tom Blessing, says schools have to follow a federal mandate that requires schools to identify and evaluate children with disabilities.
The school had a choice. We can either help the student or punish him. And if you think about it, it's much easier, right? We'll just kick him out of school and we don't have to deal with him.
Blessing says the school could have prevented the fight by addressing bullying, racism, and Elijah's special needs, as his mom requested.
Everything she asked for, Noblesville said no. And then they're like, oh, he got in a fight. We're going to expel him from school.
Elijah could still face criminal charges for this incident. The formal complaint asked the school to lift the expulsion and develop a proper plan for Elijah that includes services. Regarding the fight, the school district released a statement to RTV6 saying their staff and school resource officers responded immediately and followed all safety procedures. Reporting in Noblesville, Kara Kenny, RTV6.
And Noblesville schools also told us, quote, student safety is our top priority and we take physical altercations very seriously. They are a rare occurrence at NHS and are dealt with swiftly and seriously in collaboration with our Noblesville Police Department school resource officers. We have addressed both individuals involved for this violation of our code of conduct, end quote. A cloudy fall day perfectly captured in these pictures by RTV6 photojournalist Paul Chiodo. Kevin, Halloween is only 2 days away, so the big question is, how is the weather looking like for all those trick-or-treaters on that spooky night?
So let's just jump right to the trick-or-treat hours. We'll get right in this basically 6 to about 9 p.m. time period. Lost my train of thought.
I'm like right in front of what everybody wants to know, too.
Oh, you're fine. Here we go. Falling temperatures, wind gusts will increase, and scattered showers, all part of the forecast as we move forward into Halloween. Temperatures, they'll be across central Indiana in the 40s, but falling. There's the wind side of this. Winds will gust over 30 miles per hour as we go through the day. These winds then will switch directions, come out of the northwest, and that opens the door for the falling temperatures. You'll dress for temperatures much cooler than this because of the wind, but dropping from the 40s into the 30s. Cold enough that I think we'll see the transition from rain showers to rain mixed with snow showers. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, showers around. Here comes the cold front, that blast of stronger wind and the transition from rain to mixing with snow showers through 9 o'clock. Now at that point, most trick-or-treating probably done, and then that will pull away. These are the wind chill temperatures, in most cases around the freezing mark or a little below through 7 p.m. The broader forecast, what happens after the cold blast, coming up.
When you're the low man on the totem pole, no one cares about your words. It's only when someone who's higher up gets involved that something's actually done about problems.
For months, water has been streaming down this southwest side road, and neighbors have been trying to get their utility company to come out and fix the water leak, but no one has. That's when they called RTV6 for help. Our Stephanie Wade is working for you tonight.
Neighbors tell me water has been leaking from their street for about 3 months now. Despite several calls to Citizens Energy and the Mayor's Action Center, no one's come to fix the problem.
Around August 4th, I was taking my daughter to school like I do every morning, and I looked down and I noticed this hole just leaking water out of the ground from nowhere. And what concerned me at first about it was that we just had that sinkhole over on Lyndhurst that had opened up because of a similar situation, and here we are yet again with this one.
Samantha Newkirk has taken video after video of a water leak off of Belmont Avenue on the southwest side and alerted Citizens Energy to the issue. Then she noticed water also started leaking from this service line control valve near Minnesota and Belmont, just 2 blocks down.
It was about the 6th or 7th time that I called Citizens Energy Group, and I said, this is enough. I'm calling 6 for help.
Worried about the amount of money being spent as water trickles down the road.
With them trying to raise the rates of our water and our gas and everything around here, that's ridiculous, because we are the people who cannot afford this. We cannot afford for them to not fix their problems so that we continue to have an increase in rate hikes.
So I took those concerns to Citizens Energy Group. They tell me they're sending out crews to look at the leaking hydrant today. As for the service control valve curb stop leak, they're going to have to dig in the street to do the repair. They plan to do that sometime next week. Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
And if you have a problem in your neighborhood and you are running into a dead end, email us at workingforyou@rtv6.com. A suspended Catholic priest charged in a sexual abuse investigation has officially been arrested. Hamilton County authorities say David Marcotte was booked just before 5 o'clock this morning. Marcotte is 32 years old and is charged with 3 felonies: child solicitation, vicarious sexual gratification, and dissemination of matter harmful to minors. Court documents accuse Marcotte of sending inappropriate pictures to the juvenile victim and engaging in sexual conduct over social media, including apparent attempts to recruit others to participate. The Archdiocese of Indianapolis suspended Marcotte in February after its victim assistance coordinator learned of the abuse allegations. The Archdiocese alerted police and notified the chair of the Archdiocesan Review Board about the allegation. Tonight, a woman is in serious condition after a shooting in Lawrence, and the suspect is dead. Lawrence police say officers and medics found a woman shot at a gas station near Sunnyside Road and Pendleton Pike this afternoon. Investigators say the woman was awake and talking. She was in serious condition when medics took her to a local hospital. And tonight, Lawrence police say the suspect was the victim's ex-spouse. Officers found him in a nearby neighborhood where police say he later committed suicide. With recent crime problems in Indianapolis, the city's mayoral candidates have debated for months about what the appropriate level of staffing at IMPD should be. Mayor Joe Hogstad's 2020 budget passed this month counts for more than 1,700 officers next year. He says the city has added a net 150 officers in the last 4 years. His main opponent, Senator Jim Merritt, wants to add 150 officers every year until staffing is at an appropriate level. We spoke to all 3 Indianapolis mayoral candidates about what they would do about the police department staffing levels.
We've got to stop the idea that people don't want to be a police officer in Indianapolis. The mayor of Indianapolis has to have the back of not only the chief, but as well as the person on the line, the police officer.
The truth is, in the last 4 years, we have probably hired in excess of 300 police officers. But we also have an older police force, and when they retire or other forms of attrition come into play, that's why we talk about increasing IMPD by a net number of 150 additional officers.
Whether they're understaffed because they don't have enough people, or if they're understaffed because there are city policies causing things like the homicide rate to go up, all those things need to be addressed.
Indianapolis voters will choose one of these 3 candidates on Election Day, which is November 5th. Stick with RTV6 all week as we ask the candidates about the top issues that matter to you. A traffic change coming for drivers on the west side next week. NDOT says it will remove the traffic signal at Washington Street and Victor Street in Marion County. The signal is for the entrance to Kmart, but the store has permanently closed, so NDOT is taking the signal out. And that will happen Monday, November 4th at 8 a.m. There will be some lane restrictions on Washington Street near Victor Street until about 5 p.m. that day. Still ahead on RTV6 News at 6, it's hard to be short on cash during the holiday season. In our Hiring Hoosiers report, a part-time job you can get now that could get you in the holiday spirit and get you some extra money. Marshall Falk is one of the players that helped turn Indianapolis into a football town. Falk is taking on a new cause and came back to the Circle City to spread the message. That's ahead on our Sports Extra Spotlight.
And you've heard rain back in the forecast, maybe mixing with some snow as well. Rainfall potential, not just tomorrow, but through Thursday. Again, widespread rain, maybe ½ an inch to an inch in some spots before it's all over. What happens after the rain? Find out coming up.
406-7900. This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers is our way of helping you find jobs and opportunities for a better life for you and your family. And we all know the holidays can be an especially stressful time. If you have a family, you'll be buying gifts for. That's why we are looking into seasonal jobs where you can earn a little extra cash as we head into the holiday season. RTV6's Meredith Barrick took a trip to Carmel to see what kind of help they'll need at this year's Christkindl Market.
Winter seems a ways away when you see the sun shining and the green grass, but before we know it, Carmel's center green will be transformed into this.
it was just absolutely magical. The sights, the sounds, the smells, to be a part of it all.
That's how Monica Kaczmarek describes her time at the Christkindl Mart.
I worked in the beer stein hut, and it was a lot of fun because I could work with all sorts of ages. People would come in and tell me their stories of when they were in Germany.
She plans to return again this year, and representatives at the market hope others will join her inside the huts to spread holiday cheer.
So we're looking for people who are very gregarious, able to engage, have a lot of time. We have a lot of retired folks who have come out of retirement for 5 weeks of the winter to join us at the market, as well as stay-at-home moms and people who want to get involved in the community and see their neighbors during the winter months. It's just a really fun, enjoyable atmosphere for people to get involved with.
Employees work from 4 to 9 on Wednesday and Thursday nights, then noon until 9 on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, all while being paid generously.
$15 an hour, which we want to make it something that is exciting for people to earn some extra cash for the holidays.
Monica, who was new to Carmel last year, says it went beyond just that. She was given the gift of being embraced by her new neighbors.
This was an opportunity to engage with the community, to meet people, to make them feel welcomed. And by me welcoming people at the market, I felt welcomed into the community.
Working for you, Meredith Barrick, RTV6.
Always a fun time there during the holiday season. If you are interested in applying for a job at the Christkindl Mart, you'll need to act quick. They are looking to fill positions as soon as possible. We have put a link to the employment application on our website at hiringhoosiers.com. Kevin.
Some pretty big changes on the way. Begins with some rain tonight and tomorrow, even some rain on Thursday. But look at the temperature trend. Remember, we should be in the low 60s for average high temperatures. We'll be stuck in the 40s as we get Thursday, Halloween, through the weekend, and even a couple morning lows will be in the 20s. That wind really kicks in Thursday evening ahead of the surge of colder air. We'll see wind gusts to 30 miles per hour, and that will be a cold wind at that point as temperatures are falling from the low 40s into the 30s. Want to point out, if you're headed towards Chicago tomorrow, they're technically not in this advisory overnight into the morning hours, but I do think they'll see some snow, but streets should just be wet as temperatures will be above freezing. But there's your advisory from Quincy, Illinois to northeast of Peoria, west of Kankakee, 1 to 3 inches of snow there overnight. Here comes the moisture streaming to the northeast. That will increase our chance of rain. First, it's got to cross the Mississippi, then the Wabash. Our rain chances will increase in central Indiana after about 10 o'clock tonight. Temperatures are decreasing as we speak. 46 in Zionsville, 50 in Greenwood, 49 in Fisher, still in the 50s. Comfortable down in Edinburgh, but the cooler air is going to win out. You can see it sliding in from the northwest and the sharp dividing line there as a cold front is moving through dry right now, but we'll see those showers tonight. At 1 o'clock in the morning, rain western Indiana. There's your snow developing on the cold side of this from Chicago back in northern portions of Missouri. For us tomorrow, you definitely need your umbrella. Not a constant rain, but the rain chance there all day long. Temperatures don't move a whole lot. They'll sit right around 50, but that northeast wind will gust to 20. Rain showers in the morning from Terre Haute to Indy, Muncie North. Then we see scattered rain showers through the day. Temperatures on Thursday falling, especially as we get to the evening hours. That's when temperatures really start to fall off, and gusts to 30 miles per hour will put the wind chill temperature in the 30s, and we'll see rain showers 4 o'clock. By 7 starting to mix with some snow showers in western Indiana, and those snow showers then Thursday night will pull away and the cold drier air will move into central Indiana. 7-day forecast dry Friday through Monday, quite cool temperatures through the weekend in the 40s, but Friday morning, Saturday, Sunday should all be in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees.
Prepare now. Well, Halloween is Thursday. Many cities and towns in central Indiana have certain hours for trick-or-treating. To see when your community's trick-or-treating times are, go to our website, theindychannel.com, as well as the RTV6 app. And we want you to get involved here on RTV6 News at 6.
And it's pretty simple. You can start by taking part in our new Photo of the Day segment. Every day, we'll pick one person's photo to share on air right here on RTV6.
So let's get right to today's winning picture. Thanks to Kenny Humphrey for sending in this gorgeous shot over Pendleton, Indiana. Look at that.
He's tall or he has a drone. I'm going with the drone. I love the fall color there. The Indiana landscape is beautiful right now.
Absolutely. Love those colors. Now send us your pictures too. If we choose your photo, we will air it on the news at 6 and feature it online at theindychannel.com.
It's pretty simple. Email us your photo of the day to news@WRTV.com, or you can use social to post at the RTV6 Facebook page, on Twitter or Instagram.
It is fun to see all those pictures coming in too, so keep sending them.
And the dog pictures. Can't give up on the dog pictures.
That's all, Kevin. All right, well, we have Brad Brown standing by with sports. Hey, Brad.
And good evening, everyone. Marshall Faulk never played a game in Lucas Oil Stadium. He was the team's first-round draft pick, the Colts, back in 1994. Played just 5 seasons here, but his impact on the organization still rings true 20 years later. Faulk's got a new focus now. We've got a closer look in tonight's Sports Extra Spotlight.
You know, I just remember coming to this city as a kind of a boy, not even a young man, and getting an opportunity to live out a dream and play professional football.
Before he was a Hall of Fame running back, Marshall Faulk was a rookie right here in Indianapolis.
It's just surreal, and I'm so thankful that the coach and the Irsay family gave me that opportunity, drafted me second, entrusted me with their organization.
A career that earned him a spot in Canton also earned him a spot in the Colts Ring of Honor. Faulk returned to Indy Sunday, a homecoming of sorts.
And every time I come here, watching these fans love on this football team and really embrace the culture of football, I could say this is a football town now.
Faulk kept running far beyond his years with the Colts. Marshall's newest cause, partnering with the organization Drug Free World. Their message is simple, and helping to get that information out to people is Faulk's new focus.
You know, we're not trying to do anything special except educate our youth and even adults about being responsible, knowing what you're doing, knowing what you put inside of your body, and really understanding the effects that these things can have on your body. There's just no truth out there, and we're trying to spread the truth about drugs. I never thought football would be this big a part of my life, but it has been, and I love it. It's just been it's been surreal. You know, it's a game. You don't really think about it being like a huge chunk of your life, but you know, it kind of morphed into what it has, and I've really gotten a chance to enjoy it.
Great to see Marshall back here in Indy. Find more information about that organization online. Jacoby Brissett talking today about the Colts' upcoming matchup against the Steelers. I'll have some of that for you coming up tonight on the news at 11. Also tonight, we get our first look at the IU basketball team. A new look and a bunch of new faces that will be trying to make an impact early. It's an exhibition game with Gannon University visiting Assembly Hall. Here's Coach Archie Miller talking about what he wants to see in this lone tune-up.
In the game, you have that confidence that the next man up, you know, continues to keep us at a high level, and I think that's what we've stressed with our teams. The strength of the numbers could be anybody's night on a given night, but let's be one of those teams where there's very little drop off with regardless who's on the floor. If you can establish that, that's good.
IU opens the regular season at home next Tuesday. The first 7 games on their schedule will be in Bloomington. I'll have a look at some of tonight's action for you on the news at 11. We're back after a final break to wrap up tonight's edition of the news at 6.
That's the benefit of Medicare from Anthem.
And what an evening for a walk before the showers come in. That's Sammy and Jovi under a very colorful tree.
What a picture, perfect picture.
We shouldn't have anything that takes away from the focus on them. Temperatures this evening in the 40s. Enjoy. Thanks to Beth Fitzgerald for sending in the picture.
And thank you for joining us for RTV6 News at 6. We'll be right back with the news at 7.